Coronation Street's Betsy Swain is discharged from hospital next week as she continues to recover from her stroke. While Lisa and Carla Connor Swain are pleased to have their girl home, can they keep Betsy's spirits up as she faces an uncertain future, while also coping with tension in their marriage? The stroke has been a life-changing experience for Betsy, explains our Corey insider. And not just for her, but for the whole family. Leaving hospital might be a milestone, but now Betsy must confront the reality of how this will affect her in the long term. She has a long, hard journey ahead. With daily tasks becoming increasingly difficult, Betsy is scared of the stroke's potential long-term effects. Roy Cropper visits her in hospital and helps the teen to work on her compromised language and communication abilities. Carla hopes he has boosted her confidence and gives Betsy the news that doctors reckon she's ready to come home. Instead of excitement, Betsy explains that she's fearful of leaving the ward and managing her recovery without medical staff on hand. Meanwhile, Lisa is uneasy when Carla visits Sarah Platt in prison. Having your wife support someone you've sent down for murder doesn't reflect well on the detective sergeant, and she worries about the personal and professional clash this could cause. The day then finally comes for Betsy to return to the street, and she's a bag of nerves. Doctors have told her they are hopeful she will recover, but it will take time and there will be a lot of rehab and physio. There's also the risk she may suffer more strokes in the meantime. Having already had two so close together, helping her fragile daughter into the house, Lisa shows Betsy the bed they've made up for her in the lounge so she doesn't have to tackle the stairs while she recuperates. Betsy is touched by the gesture, but it's another reminder her mobility may never be the same again. Despite her mom, Carla, Ryan, and Roy's attempts at giving her positive vibes, Betsy is left thoughtful and makes a big decision. Lisa is taken aback when Betsy tells her she's not moving to London anymore, continues our Snoop. With her health so up in the air, Betsy feels like it's not the right time to start her fashion course at college. She just doesn't feel up to it, and Lisa and Carla are heartbroken to see her so down. Does Betsy plan to temporarily postpone her studies, or is her London dream permanently over? What does the future hold for her troubled relationship with Dylan Wilson, who still blames himself for causing her condition? And can Swarla cope with their latest family drama? Lisa is taken aback when Betsy tells her she's not moving to London anymore, continues our Snoop. With her health so up in the air, Betsy feels like it's not the right time to start her fashion course at college. She just doesn't feel up to it, and Lisa and Carla are heartbroken to see her so down. Does Betsy plan to temporarily postpone her studies, or is her London dream permanently over? What does the future hold for her troubled relationship with Dylan Wilson, who still blames himself for causing her condition? And can Swarla cope with their latest family drama? Coronation Street continues to prove why it remains one of Britain's most beloved soaps, delivering another emotionally charged storyline that has viewers reaching for the tissues. This time, the spotlight falls on Betsy, whose latest decision following the devastating stroke storyline promises to change everything, not only for her but also for the people who care about her most. The recent episodes have been filled with uncertainty, heartbreak, and difficult choices. As the aftermath of the stroke continues to ripple through Weatherfield, Betsy finds herself carrying an emotional burden that seems almost impossible to bear. Rather than moving forward with hope, she makes a deeply personal decision that reflects just how much the traumatic experience has affected her. Fans have watched Betsy struggle to come to terms with the reality of what has happened. The stroke has left emotional scars that cannot be healed overnight, forcing everyone around her to reconsider their priorities. While family and friends have tried to offer support, Betsy increasingly feels that no one truly understands the weight she is carrying. Her latest decision is not made lightly. It comes after days of soul-searching, emotional conversations, and moments of quiet reflection. Instead of choosing the path that others expect, Betsy decides to distance herself from those trying to help, believing it is the only way she can protect both herself and the people she loves. It's a heartbreaking moment that highlights the emotional complexity of recovery. Physical healing is only part of the journey. The psychological impact of witnessing or living through such a life-changing event can leave lasting wounds, and Coronation Street captures that reality with remarkable sensitivity. The storyline also shines a light on the difficult choices families often face during medical crises. Loved ones desperately want to help, but sometimes their support can unintentionally create pressure for someone who is still processing overwhelming emotions. Betsy's decision reflects that painful conflict between wanting independence and needing companionship. Viewers have praised the performances involved in the storyline, with the actors delivering scenes filled with genuine emotion. Every glance, every hesitant conversation, and every tear-filled silence adds authenticity to a story that resonates with many people who have experienced similar situations in real life. Social media quickly erupted after Betsy's decision aired. Fans expressed sympathy for her situation while debating whether she was making the right choice. Some believe she needs space to rediscover herself, while others worry that isolating herself could make recovery even more difficult. What makes this plot particularly powerful is that there are no easy answers. Unlike traditional television dramas where problems are neatly resolved, Coronation Street embraces the uncertainty of real life. Recovery is unpredictable, emotions are messy, and even the best intentions can lead to heartbreaking consequences. As Betsy steps into this uncertain chapter, those closest to her refuse to give up. Friends and family remain hopeful that, despite her decision, she will eventually realize she doesn't have to face the journey alone. Their determination provides a glimmer of hope amid the sadness. The storyline also reinforces an important message about stroke recovery. Healing involves patience, understanding, and emotional support just as much as medical treatment. Everyone experiences recovery differently, and there is no universal timeline for rebuilding confidence after such a life-altering event. Looking ahead, Betsy's choice could have significant consequences across Weatherfield. Relationships may be tested, unexpected alliances could form, and characters who have remained on the sidelines may suddenly find themselves playing crucial roles in her recovery. The emotional fallout is likely to extend well beyond the current storyline. Longtime Coronation Street fans know that moments like these often become defining chapters for beloved characters. Betsy's journey has the potential to reshape her future, strengthening some relationships while placing others under enormous strain. The writers deserve credit for tackling a sensitive subject with compassion rather than sensationalism. Instead of focusing solely on dramatic twists, the story explores the emotional reality of fear, uncertainty, guilt, and hope. These quieter moments often leave the biggest impact because they feel authentic and deeply human. As the coming episodes unfold, viewers will undoubtedly be watching closely to see whether Betsy stands by her heartbreaking decision or discovers the courage to let others back into her life. Whatever happens next, one thing is certain: this emotional storyline is far from over. With outstanding performances, thoughtful writing, and a realistic portrayal of life after a stroke, Coronation Street once again demonstrates its ability to blend compelling drama with meaningful storytelling. Betsy's heartbreaking decision may leave fans devastated today, but it also opens the door to a powerful journey of resilience, healing, and hope that could become one of the soap's most memorable stories of the year. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.